Hello, Kris here, Green Sabre, Doom Telly time, episode 66. Almost the number of the beast, the neighbour of the beast, if you will. But anyway, quick update this one, and it's a bit of a mishmash. There's no real fucking main thread to it. But it's just a quick video. It's not going to be a long one. Mainly because I thought you guys, my lovely subscribers, need a video. So I thought I'd do a quick one. And it's more just band updates as such. There'll be a little bit of vinyl sneaking its way into this video, and there'll be a little bit of hot guitar licks. Some hot guitar licks making their way onto the video. But it's all very quick, and it's all very thrown together as per fucking usual. So, updates. Let's start with GODTHRYMM. The GODTHRYMM updates are, we're going to be rehearsing soon. Our big main rehearsal before we get our set finalised for our tour down south with, let me get the pronunciation right, Scandalian and Opia that are going to be supporting us. There's an all-dayer in Plymouth. There's loads of other bands, including Consecration. Shout out Liam, Death Doom, Metalhead. Cannot wait to meet up finally. It's going to be a fucking ace one, is that. There's a few more bands on at the Ipswich day to confirm. Let me get my bearings. Thursday 22nd, Brighton. Friday 23rd, Ipswich. Saturday 24th, I could have got the days around here. Saturday 24th, Bristol. Sunday 25th, Plymouth. It's going to be fucking ace. I cannot wait for it. Little mini tour. Loads of great bands. Great set anticipated, with a couple of surprises thrown in there, but that is all I'm saying thus far. The singles are mixed, mastered, bosh, good to go, artwork getting prepped and so watch this space. I don't know if there's going to be any physical release for this original single release. It might just be, I'm hoping there's going to be some physical, but we'll have to wait and see. But until then, yeah, GODTHRYMM very much in production. Hamish as well did a great interview with Dan from Opia, and the guy that's put this tour together magnificently for us. I'll put a link to it if I can, and if I remember, down below to that interview. It's great. So yeah, that's the GODTHRYMM update. The CROWSBLOOD update, writing in earnest. It's difficult to give any further update than that, really, which is why I've got the guitar out for this, because yeah, we're rehearsing, we're writing, which I've alluded to previously, with a view to getting in the studio again at the end of this year, and getting the album down. Cannot wait for it to, it's come out. I mean, if you like the 2-song demo that we released, then you're going to love this. It's just, it feels like we've matured, we've built on it, and we've got, I would like to say, our sound now. I think it's a fairly sort of noticeable sound that we've got now. So yeah, I'm so pleased with how it's going and stuff. But yeah, the main update with that, I'm going to do some guitar tweakery. So here is my SG Standard. There it is. What they are, Gibson SG Standard. I think it's a 2016 model. Anyway, the reason that I'm showing this off is not just to be showing it off and do a little, there you are, a little twiddle for you. I'm getting these dickheads taken out. These are the Gibson standard pickups that came with it, the standard humbuckers that come with this model. And to be honest with you, I love this guitar. It's fucking sensational. This is my main go-to. This is my CROWSBLOOD guitar. I use my Gibson SG for CROWSBLOOD predominantly. My Gibson Les Paul is the guitar I use for GODTHRYMM predominantly. And my Fender Telecaster, with bridge humbucker, crucially, is a guitar that I use predominantly for Green Sabre. So, yeah, I could do with a backup, really, for all of them, which I've got my eye on a few, but it's getting it past the accountant currently that is where the trouble lays. So watch this space. Don't hold your breath, though. It may take a while. So yeah, I'm getting these humbuckers taken out of it because, to be honest, I've never liked the bastards. They're incredibly fucking noisy. They've got so much bite to them. I get absolute, I mean, Christ, don't ask Leonaki about it. I get so much fucking feedback from them that unlike any of the others, they're just so fucking loud. I mean, there's probably something I can do with them, but the other reason that I've never been a massive fan of them are, I mean, this is, the Gibson SG is synonymous with Tony Iommi for a kickoff, but also synonymous with your fucking Angus AC/DC. And I do feel like these pickups have a bit much of that rocky, raspy drive to them that I'm not a particular fan of the sound. So, I mean, you can't get a gauge of it here, but I'll just see if you recognise this. So, a little bit for you there. I'm not going to do one of them, you know, them dead awkward things when people have guitar and they play something and they stare at you. I'm not going to do all of that. So, yeah, anyway, the pickups are coming out, so I'm going to be making some tweaks to this. Tempted to get rid of tuning pegs as well, because these tuning pegs they're doing all right, because we're in drop C for CROWSBLOOD, so they can handle that. I have found that Gibson tuning pegs for anything lower tend to have a bit of an issue. So I'm putting these beauties in. This will mean nothing to you non-guitar-y types, but I've got some Zombie Dust humbucker pickups. Thank you very much, Lee. Shout out, Lee, for shunting them my way. I'm going to get them put in. I think that's going to give me far more of a bite and an attack that I want from the sound, and hopefully it'll rein in fucking horrendous feedback that I have. So, yeah, this is a work in progress, and it will be happening. So, whilst I've got it out, I'm going to give you a sneak peek of one of the new CROWSBLOOD songs, if I remember it. That's all you're getting. So, yeah, guitar updates. So, yeah, that is the CROWSBLOOD update. Muddling along in earnest. Green Sabre have rehearsed twice since my last video now as a three-piece, and although some songs are going to require some corrective surgery, there's no two ways about it. When you write, mainly Mountain, which is a shame because Mountain's really popular. We've had such good feedback from that live. It's not recorded yet. It's one of the new ones that we've got, but that song was written entirely with two guitars in mind. So that's proven to be a bit difficult to work around. I think we're getting there. It's just going to require a few subtle adjustments to it, so we'll see how that goes. However, a lot of the older stuff that we've converted to two guitar, we can kind of work around. Some songs in particular that are always really meant for one guitar, so they're fine, like Fracture and so on. And one of the a song that was written at the same time as that first demo that didn't make it to the demo, that's making a bit of a reappearance because it sounds fucking loads better as a three-piece. So yeah, watch this space on that one. So, but crucially, it's sounding good. It's sounding heavy. Like I say, a few adjustments to my sound in order, because I would tweak it in order so it works with Gaz and his valve state sound that he had. So it kind of, so we played off each other. Whereas now, with that not being in the equation, I can kind of revert to type with the sounds that I'd initially planned on. And it just means that Rossi's going to be a little busier on bass. But the main update, and I'll put a few pics and whatnot at the end of this, we have moved out as of, if you're watching this on Sunday, as of Sunday, we've moved out of our rehearsal studio, in Preston at the Mill. It was, I've probably mentioned this previously, but it was becoming sort of financially untenable, basically, to stay in that spot. It was great because we had a room that we basically could leave everything set up. You just turn up, plug in, go. It was brilliant, but that basically was like a full monthly cost that we had to sort of factor in. And although it's dead convenient, and it is inconvenient and a pain in the ass having to turn up at a rehearsal place, get all your stuff out of a lockup, set it up and so on. But seeing as we're not going to be a rehearse every week type sort of band, because we just can't be. I ping over from Leeds. It's a fucking long way, like I might have mentioned previously. It's nearly 130-mile round trip that I have to do for rehearsal, which every week soon fucking adds up. You know, when you sort of, that the way the mill was set up, if we could get in every week, it almost paid for itself. It was great. It was cheap for what you get. But if you're getting in once a month, it's really fucking expensive. So anyway, long story short, we've moved rehearsal spaces, and we've got a cracking new rehearsal space that we're Brian's away now for a week, then I'm away the week after that. So it's going to be a couple of weeks before we get back to early August, let's say anyway, before we get back in and rehearse in our new rehearsal place, which is back in Lancaster. Again, a tiny bit further for me to have to come, but ultimately, if it's just once a month, it doesn't matter. It's loads cheaper than the setup that we had currently at the mill. So, moving forward, new rehearsal space. It's great. We're in with some cracking bands as well, but I'll fill you all in once I do a little video of our new space. So really pleased. Yeah, the stuff's sounding good. The new stuff, as a three-piece, is taking on a bit of a whole new, not a whole entirely new direction, but a whole new kind of sonic approach to it, and it's really interesting, and it's sounding really, really good for it. So I'm quite confident that we're going to be fine moving forward. So yeah, can't wait for you to start sort of hearing bits and pieces. But yeah, we'll be back at it once we're in the new space, back at it, and away we go from there. So, look, nearly 12 minutes. The only other thing I will update you on is what I've been waiting for the postman to deliver. It's here. Severed Survival reissue. Let's show you the vinyl, because I'm fucking useless at doing that as such. So, reissue. I couldn't say no, because I've never had this, as mentioned in the previous video. I've never had the Meat Hooks cover of Severed Survival. So, yeah, been after this for a while. Comes with a nice little booklet inside, and here is the, if I can get it out of the sleeve, look at that, sort of ox-bloody red, black merge, beautiful bit of vinyl. So I'm made up that I've finally got the Hooks version in the collection, because as mentioned previously, I never had this Severed on vinyl. Originally, back in the 90s when I first discovered Autopsy, I had Mental Funeral, I had Acts of the Unspeakable, and a few other bits and pieces, the Retribution for the Dead and Thing for Blood EPs. Never had this. I only had it on a cassette and a CD, both of which had this cover. Now, this is the copy that I've had for about, probably 7 or 8 years now, or whenever it came out, maybe not that long. It was the 30-year Peaceful doodad. So this is the Surgeon cover, picture disc version of it. So yeah, the cassette and the CD that I had back in the good old days had this cover. So for me to get a Hooks cover, yeah, I was thrilled with that. So I thought I'd show that off as well. So look at this, what a bizarre update. Band updates, guitars, records. Yeah, let's think about that. So there we are, brief update. Next week, if I get time, I'm hoping to do, Altars of Madness has done a fucking great video where he's done like his top 30 all-time extreme metal records. And I'm going to do something similar. Might not be 30, because you know how I like to fucking waffle on. Maybe do 20. And I'm thinking along the lines of seminal albums. They might not be my favourite by these bands, but albums that changed my life as such in extreme metal circles. The ones that made me sit up and take notice. Might not all be extreme metal, might just be sort of metal in general. I might mention Iron Maiden and Faith No More and other such stuff. It'll be mainly extreme metal though, I imagine. But yeah, the albums that have had the most impact on me. So I'm going to try and do a video of that at some point. And I'm loving Metal Mickey's current series of top 6 from a certain year and glaring omissions. I think that's a great idea, and I might have a go at something similar to that myself, actually. So anyway, get some more ideas for said videos, because I was a bit threadbare, if I'm honest. So thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you've not done either, please like and subscribe. It's so important, guys. But yeah, until the next time, thank you, take care, and I'll see you soon. Tatty bye. Kris here, Green Sabre, doing Telly time. Okay, our last rehearsal in the mill in Preston. So, if the lift's not working, this It's what we've got to do. A rehearsal. Yeah. Keep going. Long way to go yet. So yeah. Almost there. Almost there, kids. We're there yet. Fucking Christ. Here we are, top floor. Metal. That's not us. That's our neighbours. There. Here we are. And here we are. Ghost there. Ghost of a drum kit. So yeah.